said you're dying right now?
I'm dying. Fucked up my foot, can't get my boots off. I'm soggy.
How do you feel?
Fuck, man.
What's up, dudes? Welcome to JWTC, Jungle Warfare Training Center in Okinawa, Japan. What's up, dudes? Welcome to the bivouac site at JWTC, or Jungle Warfare Training Center, which is the DoD's last jungle area training environment on this very planet, believe it or not. Finally made it here. I've definitely gotten wet and nasty and dirty and grimy and slimy and all the above. What we did so far since I've been here, we did rappelling. I learned a bunch of knots, about a little less than 100-foot cliff site where you're doing this rappel. After you learn all your knots, you tie a Swiss seat, which is basically a harness, but it's made out of a single piece of rope that you have tied around your waist. You use that to rappel down the face of the cliff. Managed to do that a few times. It's pretty fun. Kind of scary at first because no one really likes heights, especially when you have to trust a single piece of rope coming off a face cliff. You use that to go down, and then you have a belay man down on the bottom, and then you're the guy rappelling down. And then we managed to take a notionally wounded Marine that we tied to a sked, and it's this flexible piece of plastic that you put a casualty on, and you're able to maneuver him around the jungle. They're actually used widely in the jungle area instead of pulled litters because they're a lot more flexible and maneuverable. Anyway, put this Marine on the sked, and my buddy was on the sked while I was on the outside. Pretty scary at first because you put him in front of you and you're in the L-bent shape with your feet on the cliff face and your ass sticking out. And at a certain point, you just gotta trust your equipment, trust the instructors around you, and listen to what they tell you. And at one point, you just let go of both hands, and you have a crew stick, and you have a special type of knot that helps you stay in place. So once you let go of all your hands, you just put your hands on the sked and pull the casualty towards you, which is going towards the face of a cliff. Like I said, it's pretty scary at first, but you get used to it, and yeah, you just go down with your sked. And up top on the face cliff, you have a mule team of about 4 people at first that help pull down the casualty and yourself, and they lower you down to the bottom of the face cliff. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Learn something new. I did some land navigation through some steep terrain. It took us a couple hours for sure. We also did PB ops, or patrol base ops, patrol base operations, which was a full 24 hours, and definitely rained on us. Out here, we have some lovely poisonous and venomous insects and animals out here. We got the habu snake, which is pretty deadly, although only 1% of all casualties manage to not survive, but I still don't want to take those chances, and I hope I actually never incur upon the habu snake. Don't want to do that. There's a lot of fire-bellied newts out here, like these little creatures like this big. Don't want to touch those dudes. There's no known vaccines for them, so if you do happen to touch one, pretty much fucked. And yeah, you don't want that. I wish I could say it was like camping, but it's not really camping. You're doing military stuff. You're doing military operations. You know, you have a tent at your bivouac site and get to come out here and stuff. Weather's been pretty inclement for the most part. Rains every night. You can't get around other than wearing your Gore-Tex tops and bottoms. They're kind of weatherproof and they help you keep you dry. Rain's about to come in. We just came back today. Super sunny. A couple of stuff dried out, and everyone's packing in right now, going back to the tents because you guys look behind me. There's a storm coming. So there we go. All right, guys. See you guys a little bit. See you later, YouTube. So we just got back from the course, short for endurance course. Really a lot of hills, casualty carries, all that fun stuff, and thick peanut butter mud. Just started out with a hasty rappel and going over 2 rope bridges. And throughout the course, it's about a 3 mile plus some endurance course with about 8 to 9 hasty rappels, 2 bridges where you kind of shimmy across and you're buckled in through a Swiss seat up top. For that one, I actually just jumped off 15-foot cliff. Pretty cool. And then just running up and down hills, and near the end you go through trench and you submerge yourself all the way underwater. Just it's insane. And after that, just we had a casualty carry. It was about like 300 meters, I think, up and down hills. That wasn't too bad though. You have a couple more days left in the field. Thank God. Go to J-Dub when you can. So the company threw us a bone, and it's pizza and movie night tonight, baby. Woo! For the last time, just came back from our last field off. Hell yeah. Just give it up for fucking Purple. Give it up! Woo! See you guys back in the rear. Stay frosty. Peace out.